If we got a show for you. Lil Sean. Broccoli, celery, gotta be VeggieTales. Lima beans, collard greens, peachy keen, VeggieTales. Cauliflower, sweet and sour, half an hour, VeggieTales. VeggieTales, VeggieTales, it's time for VeggieTales. Throwback.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm Michael Ruffino.
I'm Liz Brody.
And have we got a show for you? Let's retake that again.
Mm-hmm.
Have we, did we
Got-
say it at the same time?
Have
We
got a
show
for you.
We have a guest.
We have
I'm
a
here.
guest.
Our my friend and soon to be Liz's, maybe, I don't know.
Trial period.
2
weeks free before you buy the whole.
It's like when you foster before you adopt.
Yes.
Okay.
Local Substack writer and pool enthusiast.
Professional pool enthusiast.
Professional pool enthusiast.
Like swimming pools or billiards?
Well, okay, so I do pools as in the aquatics nature for money. And then pools I try not to involve money with.
Okay.
Couple bad nights at Tin Roof, and then, you know.
There was an old Russian man that went to the same synagogue that I went to for a long time, and my brother went out to the parking lot for a moment, came back and saw in the back of this old man's car just a ton of shovels. So many shovels. And he came back in and he was like, "Hey, Raphael, what do you do for a living? It's all those shovels." And this old man looked my brother dead in the eyes and said, "Swimming pools," and walked away. That man was not in the swimming pool business.
Well,
Aaron Ragsdale is
Yeah.
his name.
That's
That
me.
is the name of the guest. I had to get to, I was holding on to that the whole time.
That was the suspense that, you know, I hope to bring to all encounters.
Yeah.
You know, why am I here? Well, I like to hope that my expertise
In opera and sumo wrestling.
to really and Asian studies.
Yeah.
Because we have to remember that this is sumo related.
Yeah.
Sumo
For-
singing.
Never quite figured out why it was Japanese, but it was a very Japanese episode.
So Mike Naraki had a lot of ideas he had a lot of big ideas,
Big
and
ideas
he
would
threw
be,
them
yeah.
all into this pot. So we're working with a lot.
This is the Scorsese's Silence of VeggieTales episodes.
There's a lot.
Well, first of all, Aaron, what is your personal relationship with God or VeggieTales or both?
Fun question. So, I mean, I watched VeggieTales as a kid. Had a few VHSs I remember pretty distinctly. Watching episodes for this did bring back a lot of like odd elementary school memories of, you know, smaller classrooms with, you know, again, VHS sets and the stuff you would watch like 9/11 on once a year for a couple of years. Occasionally I watched VeggieTales prior.
You watch 9/11 every year?
Did y'all not watch 9/11 every year? In
We
elementary school?
forgot.
Just the initial 9/11ing. And
we watched like, it was a thing. It was like September 11th, baby. That know what it is. Get out the cart.
Let's watch those
Let's
planes.
watch the class. You guys remember this?
Let's
No,
watch
I'm-
the second
I'm not-
plane hit.
Yeah. No, I'm not joking. Every single year. But yeah. VeggieTales, though. Yeah.
I'm sorry, back to 9/11. This is
Yeah.
too much. So, like, was this at school?
Yeah. No, this wasn't in my free time. No, this was
I mean-
100% a school activity.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not a church thing. So, but like, what kind of was this
so I
public
guess-
school?
No, so this was private Episcopalian school.
Basically homeschool.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
no, this is small class sizes. The sex ed talk was just someone's like doctor mom who came in and was just like, "I'm gonna tell you how all this works," and I'm like, "Okay." And then we had index cards, that went around. But no, did originally, not a deep dive of it, but I'm familiar with the concepts of animation and Christ. But so I'm not currently attending a church, but I'm trying to get into Quakerism, which, depending on who you ask, may or may not be Christians. A lot of them don't consider themselves Christians.
Yeah,
So-
the jury's out on if they count or not.
I like silence.
The quietism.
I like oatmeal.
Yeah. Pennsylvania.
I don't like
You
Pennsylvania.
lost me.
Let me say
Well, okay,
that.
like up or down Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's great.
Okay,
Middle.
Pittsburgh up. Philly.
Down.
Okay,
down.
all right.
Down. Smash or pass.
Firmly
Cities in
low.
Philadelphia. Let's
Yeah.
go.
King of Prussia. Big mall.
Pass.
Big mall.
Pass.
Horrific mall. Visited the mall. Valley Forge is there. It's next to the mall. Did not know that we put a mall right next to Valley Forge, but that's
We like to do that.
just
Yeah.
slap it on in.
Yeah. I like to visit the gift shops at Civil War sites. That's my favorite thing.
That's good. They got the little penny thing.
Don't buy anything. That's the key.
Yeah.
Can't buy stuff there.
But for moral reasons, or
All of the above.
Big,
I cut out.
pro union. A lot of merch for the union.
We can't get into this because when Matt Davis was on, we talked for 20 minutes about the gift shops at Auschwitz, and like we can't.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
That had to be, that,
It seems to come up with me a lot. Gift shops, not Auschwitz.
Do they also have the little penny crank? Is that
the penny crank at Auschwitz.
that's my favorite part of all the gift shops. I remember like as a kid being like, I'm gonna collect so many flattened novelty pennies.
I feel like you can't have a penny because it's supposed to mimic a train running over the penny to begin with. You can't have that at the Auschwitz gift shop. Nope.
The infrastructure's
Nope.
there. I'm just saying.
This conversation will be cut. The conversation with Matt Davis, one day when there's a Patreon, that'll be cut.
Yeah. We're gonna have our have we got a show for you Auschwitz corner.
9/11, Auschwitz, flattened pennies.
I've been thinking about all the tangents that I could cut and then have it as a Patreon instead of like the time that Liz and I talked for 20 minutes about if that Star Trek is Jewish and Star Wars is for the Goyim.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Liz's Goy Gitchgate corner.
I had to think about
Goyim
that
meets
one
world.
Yeah.
So okay, were you mostly had VeggieTales at like your school date? You know.
Yeah. My mother's fairly religious, still very religious, and my dad grew up kind of like militant Reddit atheist for most of his life. And my grandparents were Unitarians, so I got kind of the fun spectrum of like wacky Protestants.
It's a spectrum, but it's a very white spectrum.
Wacky Protestants.
Many different wasp hives. They're actually a very interesting little species.
Cream, ecru, eggshell, all the different
Taupe.
wasp shades. Okay, so what have you learned lately about Quaker? We'll go back to VeggieTales, but
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, VeggieTales. I think I forgot. One, I forgot about QWERTY, the computer, because I never did. Like, I remember there was a computer where they were using it for novel things like exploring Christ and all that.
let's bring up verses.
Yeah, you know, like you got to Google stuff, or it's like, where does it say that? You know, and
I think they were asking Jeeves.
Yeah.
Very good, sir.
They were going on forums to ask about Christ on the forums, and that was pretty interesting. Just like I'm noticing more stuff. It's quite a deep program. I was kind of shocked at some of the material that I was sent to review.
The last episode made me well up, and tear up, and Liz just was bawling at the last Schnoodle's tale.
I was bawling.
Well, you were crying.
I
weeping?
cried.
You wept.
We wept.
Liz wept.
We wept.
We wept.
Amen.
We wept.
We wept.
Together. It was beautiful. When we don't have guests, things get weird.
Yeah. We talked about Larry Boy and the Fib for Outer Space for like 45 minutes, and that was what was salvageable.
Yeah. Yeah. Our no guest episodes really
Lyle.
yeah,
Get to
kindly
the heart of
Viking.
it. Get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah. So
This one. Okay.
This was unique.
This
was
was
hard to
unique.
put together because
This one
YouTube clips.
shocked me when I saw how long it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
And
was
Brought you on for the long one. Sorry.
Extra shocked me when we introduced St. Patrick
yeah.
the Short.
St. Patrick the Short and a silly song.
Yeah. One of the least memorable silly songs. Gotta say.
I think it is one of the more cleverly written silly songs, but
It
not
was-
necessarily a favorite.
Yeah. There were a lot of like I said, this episode is ambitious. It does a lot. And there's a lot of references. We got a little Singing in the Rain. We got a little everything else. We got it all. We got Rocky. We got Creed. We got The Mikado. We got Phantom of the Opera. We got
Three Stooges.
Three Stooges.
With Sisyphus, too.
Buster Keaton, yeah.
Yeah, we got a little of everything.
Yeah.
All in one. It was like a Leslie Nielsen joint. There was a lot going on.
There's bits.
There were bits.
Every at least 30 seconds, we were getting something new to chew on.
Rapid fire.
Which I appreciate. That kept my young brain very entertained.
Yeah. And, like there were some funny parts. There were parts that were cute. I wouldn't say this was the worst episode by any means.
Oh no, we're dipping to that now.
Oh, I'm
not even
gonna
gonna bury the lead on this one.
No, I don't bury leads. That's for cowards. It's not the worst episode,
but
did do a lot. Too much.
you argue too much.
It did too much.
Okay.
It did too much. Way too much.
Too long, would you say?
Too long. And because the point was perseverance, I was like, is this just very meta? Do they want me to just persevere through the whole thing? Because like I'm kind of
Just hack through it.
I'm not gonna lie. I fast forwarded through the St. Patrick bit a little bit.
Ooh.
I did. That was where I zoned out because I was listening to this at work today while I was doing it, and it was honestly, it did keep me engaged for every part, other than midway through St. Patrick.
Yeah.
And it probably was like the art wasn't. I don't know. The art was interesting. There was like, oh, you got a different animation style for this. I think it was mainly just like the pagan slander that I was.
It was wild.
Did you get offended on behalf of the pagans?
I got off it because they were pitching it as like, oh, they worship pond scum, and I was like, well, I mean, the bogs are actually really important to the the history and the peoples.
And I was like, that's nice. We got a little Catholic treat for Rufino in here, but but also,
Do you apologize for enslaving those Irish people, Rufino?
I'm half Irish.
Yeah. Do you condemn that?
I'm a quarter Irish.
You're becoming less and less Irish as we go on.
My mom is half Irish, half Welsh, and I'm
That's
then
a completely different island.
they're nearby.
It's a different island.
Different.
And then my dad is like Italian, able to trace back to the boat. So, do I condemn the actions of the Irish?
Yeah, for enslaving those people.
Some of them.
The bondage that St. Patrick went through at the hands of, he was presumably like the Anglo-Saxons.
Well, they're not the Irish, like, collectively. They were pirates. They were like a handful of pirates.
Yeah, where do the pirates live?
Well, you gotta condemn every pirate. If you're gonna go out there and condemn every place that has fostered pirates,
It's mainly just
long
English. They've historically been running numbers on being pirates, so just English people.
They did.
That
They did have that game.
That
pretty
was like
much,
that was their whole bit.
Well, lately the Somalis have had a rough go of it, so I'm not going to condemn any of their pirates.
Okay. Ireland had some great pirates, but I think we're doing some Chinese pirate erasure here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah. Well, okay. First of all,
Pirate Queen
all right,
is
well,
Chinese.
don't invoke Zhong-He's name without fully expecting me to tee up with you about his ceremonial fleets, bringing back all that great.
Everything I know about Chinese pirates I learned from the Doctor Who episode Voyage of the Sea Devils. Okay. And they were fighting the sea devil. They sword fought with sea devils.
I had one of those eyewitness books on pirates, and it had a section on lady pirates that I was like, this is the coolest page in the history of publishing. This is
Chick stealing is rad.
aspirational. Anne Bonny, more like Anne Brody. Am I right? Anyway,
With your head covering on, you kind of look like a lady pirate.
well,
Yard
now.
I have a deep conditioning treatment on right now, so
Waves.
yeah.
So
Speaking of China, nope.
Bob the
Bob,
tomato.
yep.
Yes.
Bob the Tomato is
Going at it alone.
Going at it alone again because once again, Larry's been really slacking off.
Larry's been busy.
Larry's been doing a lot of activities.
It's commuting.
It's difficult when you're a star. You get double booked.
Listen, I understand public transit can be a lot.
Yeah.
That was the main thing that I noticed was that it was very like anti-city, anti-public transit, talking about his,
You listen.
If Larry had a
everything's perfect.
car.
No, I think Larry's just a Midwesterner who's like, oh, the bus. I'm glad it's there, but oh, does it frustrate me?
Yeah, not everything's gonna go great every day.
Well,
No.
Yeah, that's why you got to persevere.
You got to persevere.
You know? Like, I love public transit, but sometimes, things happen. You end up in the Far Rockaways, and you're like, now what?
Now you're supposed to go to a tour drive.
Don't
Yeah.
go to the beach.
Yeah, like it happens. I get it. I understand. You said toy drive. I heard Toro. Okay. Very, very different. Yeah, no, Larry's like, he's out and about. So he calls in.
Khalil, I think it's Khalil.
It's Khalil playing Luffy, the tiny cucumber. This one.
That is an accent that you hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Because it's Lutfi.
Lutfi.
Yeah.
That's where I was lost for a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Lutfi showed up for me, and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm down with Lutfi.
Have you seen
Jonah.
a VeggieTales movie?
Oh, yes, it's all coming back to me.
Do you remember a caterpillar named Khalil?
Oh, yes, I do. That little...
Do you remember a caterpillar named Khalil, voiced by an animator named Tim from Nashville?
Yeah.
You're wheeling out the 9/11 cart again. It's all,
Never forget.
I'm remembering. I'm remembering fully here. Okay, yes, it's the worm and the otherwise, the apple.
Yeah. Who's
He's a
made a
caterpillar.
couple of appearances in VeggieTales proper lately.
Okay.
Since Jonah was released, I guess to keep the branding together for the kids.
It was like how the Muppets, when the Muppets came, the 2011 film, the Muppets came out. Like Walter was
Right.
around for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And then they've only recently phased out Walter.
Yeah.
So Lutfi's here.
So Ludwig
Lutfi's here.
Luffy,
is a bit that they're going to commit to.
they are. I think it's Arabic for like kind.
Kindly cucumber.
Yeah.
That would, cucumbers from that area.
Are very nice. Those Chicagoan cucumbers, very kind. As a bit, it was fine. Whatever.
Okay. I understand your inclination to cut Ludwig out. I get it. And you know what? I might even support it. It might get us down to half an hour. Because that bit, I want like the St. Patrick's Day thing.
Sure.
Where like
Could have been a Christmas episode in terms of timing.
like where it also doesn't necessarily go along with the theme of perseverance.
It was just, this is such a grab bag and there's so much happening in this episode. And if it had just been Bob on the phone with Larry,
Exactly.
that would have been enough.
Yeah.
Adding Lutfi, it was like, this was a lot like watching Lyle, where it was like, oh, okay.
Well, and like Luffy almost makes it like autotainment, where it's just like a random.
But
other thing.
autotainment was so well done.
Autotainment, yeah. Yes.
Like, and what's crazy is looking at the Big Idea Wiki, it only took them 2 months to make this episode. And this is the episode that has so much going on and is so long. And autotainment took them 4 months? Or 4 months? Yeah. So
I think this one beat the record set by Dave the Giant Pickle.
yeah. It was so fast to get put together. And it's like, when last episode was so, we were like, oh, it's 10 out of 10, so succinct, so true to the thesis, so true to the project, everything about this episode is perfect. This episode, I was like, okay, can't win them all, it's
And I will say the St. Patrick's Day bit is kind of like a proto version of what's in the Bible is.
right.
However, what's in the Bible was done much better, in my opinion.
It was the Saint. I thought it was funny for a second where he was like, it might be St. Patrick's Day if it's March 17th near you. But then I was like, this is random brackets derogatory. Like, I'm not following here.
Yeah.
So, well, okay, let's get back.
It felt cobbled together. It felt like it could have been 3 distinct things, and I feel like that's why they padded out Lutfi a little bit. He gets a little bit more hang time because otherwise they've got a holiday special that's in a completely different, cheaper art style, and then the piano is once they've got the countertop set, one thing to animate, and then they've got the big staircase that they've got, and that's the they're
This
2 big items.
Episode could have just been the Sumo of the Opera, and that would have done it.
And then maybe going up.
Right.
Yeah, because it's mostly silent for going
Silent,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get the sense that they were trying. This might have been where they were making individual segments that could be coupled together for TV episodes.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it felt like there was something happening, and I was like, it's like when management makes a decision that makes you sit there and go, like, what happened?
Yeah, what's
Try
going on there?
pivoting.
Yeah.
You should try pivoting.
Yeah.
All right, so to go through the whole thing, Larry is on the phone. Lutfi is standing in because Larry can't get to a tour drive, and so Bob is encouraging him to persevere, to keep on keeping on. And for inspiration, they play a story for Larry to listen to over the phone. And it's this quick little silent film homage, silent comedy kind of homage to Three Stooges, which were not a silent act. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Do you remember that show?
And
It was in black
also,
and white.
that was my biggest. I was like, why did they not just go black and white with this? If we're gonna do like the silent thing,
Also, you have Laurel and Hardy shaped characters,
right?
Probably think it was a hair thing. Of like, kids, you got to get typically like big primary colors, and that's why they'll differentiate between characters, and you'd be that. And maybe they were just like, hey, we give one, the big giant blonde hair, we give one the bowl cut, and we give.
Well, the Three Stooges have that look, that kid, that everyone knows.
Right. Well, I mean, but from the outsider perspective, like, for instance, when I'm watching Sumo, I'm looking at the carrots, and the entire time I'm trying to figure out like what is this vegetable, and I'm stuck on that the entire time. Whereas I'm not just like, I was like, oh, it's the bowl cut. That's a completely different character.
Trying to identify vegetables.
That was me the entire time. I was being like prejudiced during the Japanese sumo wrestling bit about like what kind of it's just an heirloom carrot, probably some type of old different carrot. I'm doing that in my head the entire time, unfortunately.
I was wondering why Jerry had a rising sun on his jacket.
Three Stooges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Three Stooges.
Yeah.
No, Larry, Curly.
Yeah.
Those 3.
Yeah.
From the silent show.
From the silent movie era.
That could have been black and white to more effect.
You know what? Maybe should have been black and white.
It should have been black and white.
If Frank and Celery can be black and white.
Yeah. The very first episode, when they did the like little Frankenstein parody, it was a black and white. That's one of the first things you see in VeggieTales is a little black and white bit. And it's effective and it works and it's like well done. And the entire time I was watching Going Up, I was like, this needs to be in black and white.
Also, I feel like it was a cheat to have the French peas just yell out the title cards.
And like it's kind of funny because they like hung the piano at Esther, right? Like these 2 and their pianos, but also one, the kids can probably read, or they could have effectively had Bob reading it. Like there were so many ways they could have gone about it where it would have been crisper and cleaner and like more in the world. It could have been more VeggieTales-y. It wasn't as clever as it could have been. And I also noticed that the writers on this, it was written by Jim Lewis, Jim Fisher, Jim Stahl, and Todd Carter.
So no Phil,
all
no
of
Mike.
whom I think are Penguins writers. So there's no Phil. It was directed by Mike.
It was still the Mike touch. I mean, you get the silly song.
Mike was writing for Sumo of the Opera, but not for any of the other bits. So it's a little, you have different writers. It's a little all over the place. There's a Jim Lewis and Todd Carter, I think are Penguins writers. Not our usual group.
That's why the St. Patrick's Day bit felt a little lacking because it was kind of like if what's in the Bible if somebody else other than Phil made it.
Yeah.
for context, Aaron, what's in the Bible is what Phil Vischer made after he was no longer VeggieTales. Pretty much like sacked him. The creator the company went bankrupt, and he had to sell VeggieTales off, and the people that he sold it to did not want him involved beyond being a voice
in his project afterwards.
Yeah, that was his project after. He would be the voice of Bob. They kept him on for that, but he was not creatively involved with the day-to-day, and only wrote a handful of episodes that he then said they were the highest selling episodes on DVD, but that's just what I...
That's just how the dice rolled.
But I guess it's like my characters that I created and know a little bit about how to write them, but
That's just me. That's just me doing better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame. Being a hater's a disease. Get well soon.
You're gonna be a waiter at the table of life.
Phil has been killing it on Twitter lately.
Good.
Phil has dear Mr. Vischer, please come on our podcast.
Please.
We love you. And we love your work, and we deeply respect everything that you do. He has been people have been flaming about this. We record this on Super Bowl Monday. It goes up soon, so people are still flaming. Christian nationalists are upset about non-white people on TV, I guess. I don't know. Christian nationalists get really mad about red carpet stuff. It's weird.
Yeah.
But he was
that's
like,
Well, it's on the TV.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like VeggieTales. It was on the TV.
Yeah.
You get mad at that.
So Phil was expertly being like,
Navigating it.
why are you, think about why
Why are we
you're
mad
mad.
at the why are we mad at the TV? Why did the TV make us upset today?
Because it tells me things.
Why are you mad about this?
Yeah. So we got
Is this the kind of thing that upset Jesus? I don't think so.
no, but I think Jesus would agree that Going Up should have been in black and white.
It should have been.
Yeah.
Now the blueberry.
Madame Blueberry.
Madame Blueberry.
Now is she married to the father pickle?
The zucchini.
This is the father. Because that was immediately
You
what I
phrased-
noticed, and I've left my notes previously. I need to be completely honest with the audience. I
phrased
had
that-
notes and I left them earlier, so I'm shooting strictly from the hip here.
Okay.
You phrased that like a Werner Herzog interview. Is the blueberry married to the father pickle? I mean, zucchini.
I noticed jealousy in Father Pickle's face when
Jealousy and father pickle.
Just do a Herzog translation for everything I'm saying right now.
I noticed jealousy in the father pickle's face.
he looked at his younger zucchini self getting some play from the blueberry, and Father Pickle looked pissed.
First of all, he's a zucchini.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, that man.
That's Mr.
His name is Mr. Nezer.
Nebi K.
Thank you.
Nesser.
Nebi K. Nezer.
As in King of all Poisia.
Poison. And him and Larry the cucumber are not related because cucumbers and zucchini are not the same thing.
That was very prejudiced of me to imply.
I'll forgive you, but I don't know if the cucumber community will.
Yeah. I don't know that you should be traveling to Veggie Land anytime
Because
soon.
I was
Stay away from
again,
pickles.
and I'm just kind of observing this transpire. I hope in the correct order of the videos that you sent me.
I tried to send them in the correct order. YouTube,
Well, the beautiful thing, as we were talking about, they could have been in any order.
more or
Yeah.
less.
They could have been completely in any order.
Yeah, I watched them very out of order.
And so when I finally watched the full video, I'm like, oh, okay, they got picked up, and it was like the opening of them like coming in the truck reminded me of like Grapes of Wrath for some reason. Like
It's the same mechanic.
There's like it's the depression, and my God,
Yeah.
You have a job to do for the
the
day.
blueberries who are completely insulated from any of the economic
Yeah.
pressures that have caused us to do this manual labor.
The blueberries own several factories that
They do.
And
were supported by the
The other laborers are completely blindsided by small change on the staircase.
See, now you're
They buy treats with, and poor Larry's just languishing on the staircase.
It's sweating, which
Not-
was
Almost dies several times.
yeah.
Aaron, you're making me imagine a all VeggieTales version of Mice and Men.
Yes.
Because they did
That's
Grapes of Wrath.
basically that's basically what we're working with.
Yeah. And then we notice where it's like, oh,
Maybe they adopt Laura Carrot at the end.
Let's just say, in a situation with Bob and Larry and of Mice and Men, I don't think things are going to go well for Larry.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, he fraternized with the client, and that's why Nezer's about to off him in the car.
He gets to ride up front because he persevered. He pushed that piano to the top,
and he got a little smooch out of it.
Say though, watching this because I was like, this was whatever. At the end, when I was like, did they headcanon? Do we have a Blueberry Nebuchadnezzar relationship right now?
Yeah.
And I was like, good for you, Nezer. Like, I was so happy for him. I was here for it.
That's why she knew who
I
to
liked
call.
it. Yeah.
So we're assuming that Mr. Nezer is the owner of the piano and the house. I thought he was a piano moving company that hired
It
these
is
Stooges.
incredibly unclear.
Because there's no sound.
At least some type of local labor boss
I don't
with his men.
think that it's because
his men.
it
He
was
has his men.
No, I don't think the sound had anything to do with it. I think it was just not well written.
I see.
Okay.
We're filling in too many blanks.
Yeah, no, I think it just wasn't well done.
And
I think it was confusing as a result.
This has become a loose cannon because I saw Tom Bancroft, the creator of the Larry Boy cartoons, on podcast interviews now. And I thought, well, that ship sunk
Sorry.
because we trashed half of the episodes of the show he
It
created.
seems like y'all just kind of phoned this one in. Not your best work. It's okay. It's.
I didn't like them, okay?
We didn't like half of them.
I didn't like them. It's not my fault that you were carrying weapons on your civilian transport ship, okay?
You and your war crimes. This is gonna get cut. This is
I'm shipping, not holding.
Preferencing this, but this is gonna get cut. Earlier today, Liz.
Hold on, I've been trying to write this joke for so long, and you know that.
Liz sent me the phrase. Hang on.
This is a joke I've been working on for months, and I'm finally like piecing it together. So
Liz said, and I quote, "Israel and Godzilla are both monsters made from war crimes." And I said, Godzilla becoming the symbol of nuclear fire and man's hubris, and then slowly turning into a children's movie superhero is spiritually Israeli. And this is like...
yeah.
Speaking of Japan,
Speaking of... this is after she sent me the video about how Japan...
Yeah. Well,
what'd they do?
They did a little quick ethnic
what
cleansing.
have they
Oh,
done?
yeah.
Multiple times. We have two German shepherds who do not like when we discuss the Axis powers like this.
We'll stop. All right. End of things being cut.
Okay.
So we're down on going up.
Yeah.
Because they ended up being down on going up because since it was silent, Larry was just sitting on the phone.
It wasn't even silent.
How do you tell somebody about a silent movie?
Wasn't even
About
silent.
perseverance?
Here's the thing. Children are smarter than that.
They know. They're watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This was insulting to the audience's intelligence.
I'm one to agree.
It's insinuating
Okay.
they can't read. They don't have no concept of what a phone conversation should entail.
And so, yeah, Larry's listening to the audio of the short. And that didn't help me. I couldn't see it. And so Bob's like, we need to get another story, quick. Lutvie, think of something. Stall.
Quickly.
Because Bob is trying to find the tape that he's trying to play or something.
The tape that Larry apparently already made because Larry stars in it?
It's so confusing.
Well, that's when he breaks QWERTY. Right? He
Yeah.
completely just like handicaps the character.
Yeah.
The computer, everybody's favorite character.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, I'll make it up on the fly because I've broken your home computer. I will now regale you with, this Orientalist nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, we have
St. Patrick's
St.
first,
Patrick
right?
first.
Yeah.
I did watch these videos horribly out
I
of order.
did too. I'm on the timeline on the wiki, so like I can see that St. Patrick's thing comes next, which makes the most sense, but it's like
That does make sense now that you get your short followed by your we're actually going to teach you something about like who St. Patrick's was.
Which also I was like, this is a very like non-denominational production.
Yes.
Yes.
So like
they do leave a lot of the Catholicness.
Yeah, they poised the great like like Jeffersonian Protestant feels like there was a guy. He was there.
They didn't get into what a saint is.
Yeah, he's a chill dude.
Yeah, it was weird.
They covered maybe like a third of the miracles that St. Patrick is attributed
Well,
to.
they also framed us as like, I just changed his name.
Yeah.
You did that.
They didn't say like, yeah, you change your name. You get to be a saint when you die. They were just like, no, they changed his name. Like
I do have like kind of like a vaguely hatery Protestant attitude towards the saints. Just like, what does that guy know?
like
That guy lived his life rich. All right. What about me? I go to work.
If they were willing to throw hands with anything, it seems like they were willing to. The VeggieTales are willing to throw hands with the pagans.
Yeah, you pond scum worshipping dregs.
Twig worshipping.
it was weird. It was weird. It was out of place.
Sunglasses too. I was trying to. I was like, was that an Oasis dig that they were trying to do?
Well, they're Irish.
Yeah. Well, I was like, what's going on? We're just. I was like, because it's a druid. Oh, what do those guys believe? I don't know. It's about trees. Something. I don't know.
Well, it may be distasteful. It may be even a little mean, but
It's gonna get the people.
don't pagans kind of worship twigs? I mean,
Okay. Well, like, what are twigs attached to, Michael? Don't make me go bat for like white people with dreads. Don't make me do
Hold
it.
on. Yeah.
Don't.
like animism is.
Because I had to do this in art school.
if
because
you
two of my
worship
classmates-
nature, you don't not worship twigs.
Well, okay.
You know,
I'm gonna get a little heated. I'm a little animated like a twig because they can blow around. They can do all sorts of stuff. But like, yes, there is this. There's two different camps of like, who are the druids, and there's people who are just like,
What if? I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. I needed to be cut off. From whatever
What
I was gonna
if?
get from there?
It was a jab at the one true cross.
Ooh.
I don't think VeggieTales would do that. I think that's one thing that VeggieTales would certainly not do. Ever.
Take a side on sectarian conflict.
Here's the thing: that the twig and pond scum worshiping joke is not something I feel Phil Vischer would write,
No, he would not.
but it is certainly something that surprised me that Phil Vischer would say, because that was him doing the voice of those characters.
I mean, I kind of liked it purely from like an anti-English sentiment,
Right.
Of just like you know, the Picts were digging around and in the bogs and we're doing
Pig stuff.
I'm gonna get yelled at for misremembering my druid history here, but like
So few people listen to
Stonehenge.
this podcast.
big hit.
Nobody gets mad at us.
Except for the one time I was sick and I mixed up Rachel and Sarah. Okay.
Yeah.
20 episodes in, 23 episodes total of this
No hate mail?
podcast. People seem to not be getting mad at us. So don't start now,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
listening.
Don't start now. I won't respond to your messages. Go scream at someone else.
I will.
Don't at me on Facebook.
Oh, you're getting tagged all over
Don't
this.
at me. I got poked yesterday.
You got poked?
I got poked.
You
by,
guys
like,
are still on Facebook.
I
Yeah, I
gotta
have to
check it
promote-
occasionally just to be like, all
I have to
right.
promote shows.
I just go on there to be like, all right, yeah, thanks for the birthday wishes. All right, bye.
Facebook events are like what hold the local comedy
Scans
scene
my
together.
retinas, and then it shows me reels right after I post that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like absolute demon weapon of a website.
Psyop.
So anyway, no, yeah, I mean, the Stonehenge.
Yeah.
That's a solid pagan thing,
Yeah.
Where are they gonna be like, oh, they're a little bit weird. They're like, no, this guy looks like a
the thing, though.
stoner.
Do you know
he's
where
got
Stonehenge is?
sunglasses inside. Yeah,
It's not in Ireland.
did you think it was in Ireland?
No, but
Well, no,
they were poking fun at the pagans of Ireland.
The story goes to France at one point.
Well, so did Patrick, presumably?
Yeah.
Mayone sucked.
Yeah, we went to like 3 different countries on his.
So the
journey.
costuming was weird.
It was because they were. I think what they realized is like we do not know how to convey like early medieval period clothing to children.
In a flannelgram.
Correct.
Yeah, on a flannel graph.
Like
Right.
they're going to look like they're in
I'll say,
they're in
like,
4 shades of brown.
All
robes.
of the artwork, for the most part, is very like Orthodox style.
Yeah.
So like,
Did you,
There's-
Aaron, grow up with a flannel graph? So a flannel graph, Aaron, is a long lost Protestant tool for teaching children. It was a big bit of felt, like a felt canvas that had air and grass and sky or a desert scene, and you would tell Bible stories with little felt cutouts of the characters. Do you remember this?
Oh God, yes, I do.
So
I didn't even know that had a name.
Yeah, they're called flannel graphs. You would place the felt character on as you were telling the story to then fill out.
Wait, so
the
this is
scene.
like a doctrinal storytelling method.
Oh, it's like a old school.
I just thought this was
Sunday
like,
school.
oh, we don't have a budget for an action figure of John. we gotta Miss Margaret cut this out on some felt.
Oh, this is like a mass market Sunday school.
They were selling the
teaching-
kits.
Yes.
Okay, so there were kits. It's called flannelgraph.
Flannel graphs.
Oh, it's a flannel graph.
Flannel.
Ooh.
Flannel.
My flannel graph.
Flannel graph.
Okay.
How? Ultimately, St. Patrick. We're bored. We don't like. We didn't like St. Patrick either.
I didn't know he was a hog farmer. That was.
Saint Pat. That.
I was like, okay, the hogs.
We didn't like the explainer, or we thought it was like.
It was a
Okay.
mess. It was.
I
It's
didn't
like most of the episodes.
I
a
didn't
mess.
like when it started. The
Yeah.
middle was tedious to me.
Yes.
The end was irrelevant. I had questions.
Not satisfying.
It felt ill placed. It was a questionable choice for sure. I don't know how it got past like the workshop. Like, no, what was that critique like? What were we sitting around doing with this? How did it get past revision? I've got so many questions about every single decision that was made to get us to the point where I'm watching it now in 2026 as part of this episode. And I stand by that.
Was this maybe during the big hype phase of Ireland, in the early 2000s, where everybody was back on that kind of like,
I guess.
my grandmother's from Ireland. They're like, push out St. Patrick's episode next month.
I think this is the beginning of Phil Vischer's no longer writing them all.
Yeah. I could feel it.
And so it's going to be hit and miss because Phil Vischer, there's no Phil Vischer voice in all of them. He's going to write a couple of them.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz, he wrote.
Okay.
Lord of the Beans, he wrote.
Okay.
Did you get to Liz is very excited about Lord of the Beans.
This kind of sounds like millennial leet speak a little bit.
What, Lord of the Beans?
Yeah, Lord of the Beans. It's like I would hear somebody call like their cat that.
There's a
like-
bean.
Little toe beans. Lord of them.
The main character is called Toto Baggy Pants. Played by Junior Asparagus.
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay. So yeah, we got
Sumo the Opera.
Sumo of the Opera.
We're here.
We're here.
We're fine. We've done it.
We've done it. The show that's trying to do it all with the Mikado framing, which is
The Mikado and Rocky.
Yeah.
it was also a choice. I know that we are Gilbert and Sullivan stands over here at Big Idea Studios.
At Big Idea. Not on Have We Got a Show
no,
Review.
not here. Not here.
But at Big Idea, we do
And
love
of
it.
all of the Gilbert and Sullivan productions to invoke,
They're nearly running out.
this was such a weird choice. This is the episode. Here's what I like to like this.
Because they had already done the Vikings, so Pirates of Penzance tick.
Yeah.
They've already done the Christmas one, which I haven't shown you yet.
Okay.
But in that one, they literally have Bob and Larry play
Okay.
a takeoff of Gilbert and Sullivan.
Okay.
Putting a show on in the
I-
18th century, or 1800s, 19th century.
I want to show this to Douglas MacArthur's like ghost. I want him to watch this. That'd be fun
What
for
do
me.
you think?
See
Do
what
you
he's
think
done.
he would be like? Is it just purely of how he would react, or are we expecting him just to like become A-pop, like just fly off the handle?
Let's go all of the above because he will. But he banned the show from being done for like The
troops.
He banned a production of it at one point. I don't remember the details of it, but it's in his.
The headwear.
It felt like as
What? How did it make you feel?
I get the sense there were 3 or 4 ideas that were all kind of merged together.
They were asked to name 3 Japanese things.
Yeah.
And then 60 other general things.
Well, because I could see this
Like-
because there's wrestling in the Bible. So they were at first like, oh, we'll make it about wrestling, and they're like, yes, okay, well let's make it like WWE wrestling, and then they were like, I'm not sure. Maybe
Boxing, maybe.
Yeah, there's too much personality in each of those. But then they still kind of kept that because then they give them their names and everything, and there's still ropes around the arena like wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There's
a lot.
They want to tell a story about perseverance.
Correct.
Rocky is a great story about perseverance.
Yeah.
Yes.
And head trauma.
Yeah. Well, so you want to do a takeoff of Rocky. Okay. A takeoff of Rocky is one thing.
Yeah.
This episode is
You can't hit people in a children's cartoon.
This episode is
You can wrestle them.
This is a hat on a hat.
Okay.
This whole episode is a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat. Because you have Rocky parody. Okay, we're parodying Rocky. Mm-hmm. With sumo wrestlers. Mm-hmm. That's one hat. Yeah. It's also an operatic musical. A nearly sung through. Mm-hmm. That's like another thing.
Yeah.
And then, but it's also Phantom of the Opera because he wears a mask the whole time. But
this is like when MTG released Through the Omen Paths, but it was actually just the Spider-Man deck online, and I was like, this is disjointed and it sucks, and I'm so confused about what this spider theme is. Like, why do we have space spiders?
Could have also been like, okay, I'm bad with show tunes. This is gonna be fun for me to now guess various show tunes. Pacific?
South Pacific.
South Pacific. I'm not even specific enough. And then not the King of Siam, but there's a King of Siam involved.
The King and I.
Yeah.
Both Asian.
Well, if they're going for
Why Phantom of the Opera?
So yes, Rocky parody.
I'm still caught up on the fact that it's sumo wrestling.
Sumo wrestling. The Mikado.
Yeah.
Rocky. The Mikado.
But you can't hit people.
But it's
Sumo wrestler kind of goofy. They're just horse playing.
they kind of tackle each other. They're
But
pushing.
Rocky, they're punching each other in the face.
Yeah.
They're kind of beating the crap out of each other, and you probably don't want to instill beat your
So you
fellow.
can portray vegetable sumo wrestling pretty easily.
Because they don't have arms.
Right.
They're just kind of rubbing on each other, bouncing. Sorry,
This is getting I'm cutting
they're
all of those.
they're
Keep on digging, Ragsdale.
they
Keep on digging.
okay. Maybe that was the issue of why they couldn't do like WWE American wrestling, was because they can't quite grapple with each other,
And you would think they should just not touch it.
Right, because part of me was like, oh, well, they're in like Japantown, Chinatown, but we're specifically Japanese because we're sumo wrestling. I also noticed, I'm not sure if you caught this, the Bob Costas little tomato.
Wasn't that Jimmy Gord was the kind of ESPN reporter?
Yes. Did you catch what the actual sports network was?
Oh no, what was it?
It was the Empire Sports Network.
Yeah. My notes say
The land of the rising sun. Never
my
ended.
notes are just it's all caps rising sun.
Yes, General MacArthur didn't win.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it took place in the past. I thought the implication was
This is
before.
the man in the high castle world
Yeah.
where VeggieTales have broken
does-
through the
yeah.
portal.
Well, if they still have this, like I noted too, all the carrots have their haircut like samurais. So this is in ancient Japan.
Yeah, but that's
They were like the imperial court. So
listen,
so
in
Mr. Gord.
In VeggieTales in ancient Israel, they had pizza delivery, so we have to kind of take it with a grain of salt.
Look,
I don't
1099 contract.
want to, but like the samurai, it's one thing, right? And like whatever. And the Mikado in and of itself is just like a deeply cursed item. But to have the logo of the rising sun, and I know it was 2004, and I know that was kind of the era where people didn't necessarily equate that with the same like symbolism as, say, like a swastika, right? Or any of the other symbols of imperialism, like the logo of the Dutch East India Trading Company. You know, like there are so many other like. And it was like put on, I remember it being on like a lot of clothing, like a lot of clothing brands were using it because it was the era of like Gwen Stefani, like just like doing whatever. And people were not fully.
I don't give a frick.
Yeah, like people were just like, Japan, they're so cute. Like who?
Konnichiwa.
We do love Pokemon and Nintendo.
We love we love all of that.
Wesley Snipes in Rising Sun.
Yeah, like
You remember that movie?
It's 2004. We'll put Kirsten Dunst in a Chinese dress for some reason.
Yeah, I was like, there are so many other ways to imply that they were in Japan other than having him have a little rising sun logo on there, which again was just like, this is such a weirdly
it felt like just a domino of, okay, well, how did we get here? It's like, oh, we need them to wrestle. They're sumo wrestling. Okay, well, I guess everybody's Japanese now. All right, well, we have to acknowledge Japan.
Have to
name 3 Japanese things.
Put all of the Japanese things that we know. In
samurai guy,
the
bowl cut,
bonsai toys.
Also noticed that.
And
that was crazy.
The panda market. I was like, I know that Japan likes to have pandas on stuff because they're cute, but pandas are not
Japanese.
Not
different island. Yeah. As we established earlier,
different place.
Ireland. Different island.
Different place. Not.
We'll mention haikus. You know haiku.
Yeah, and I like that we've included a Ghost of Tsushima mini game in this episode. That's nice.
Very recycling forward. That was the other big thing I noticed.
I guess recycling would be their version of meat.
They're vegetarian, so of course,
Yes, these are radical, militant. Yukio Mishima and I share a birthday.
What? Liz says from off mic, that's crazy.
I want to show this episode to the ghost of Yukio.
We're going to put him and Douglas MacArthur down and say, hey, you two don't know each other, but y'all are going to love this.
There's this American production called VeggieTales.
How do y'all feel about Korea? As a concept.
Ooh. There's not enough violence in this for either one of them to enjoy it.
There was one move.
Yeah.
Mr. Gord. He tried to bounce on him real hard and then got poised from Dark Souls. Larry just maxed out poise.
Yeah.
Completely,
that's all you need.
Completely shattered Gord's stance and then feels bad for him, kind of nudges him.
Yeah.
Which, again, other thing that I hated. The rules of sumo are you just have to push them out of the circle.
Right.
It's part of the elegance of sumo. It's kind of fun because you're like, ooh, the big guys, it's a delicate dance. This one, no, because we've got ropes for some reason.
We got Mr. T.
Wrestling,
Mr. T's there. Yeah. Did Mr. T wrestle?
Yeah.
So but he's also in Rocky.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was
just
there.
Like how Rocky Bits are
he
also
was
here.
In WWE, I think when it was still WWF, because he was there with Hulk Hogan during the appearance on Richard Belcher's show when they like.
Because I know he's an A-team.
Gave him a head injury. Yes, he was also in the A-team. He's got a lot of.
Mr. T had
he's very talented.
Very illustrious career.
Mm-hmm.
He went far for a guy that was a bouncer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so it's them. Yeah, very small part. Like he is completely just a
plot device.
A low cost heel.
Yeah.
And then it's just immediately eliminated.
So we've not even gotten into the plot of
what was it? What was the plot?
It was Larry played a cucumber that thought he was a scallion. Because
Who was also
raised-
Japanese.
a Japanese cucumber
Yeah.
who was raised by scallions. And he himself was aspired to be a wrestler called the Italian Scallion.
Here's the
Rocky.
thing where I was like very upset. We don't even see the scallions.
Correct.
Yeah.
We don't see the scallions.
That's what I was wondering with the other Japanese guys were. I was like, are these guys scallions?
No David Portnoy scallion. None of the other guys. No Milk Bandit.
No, we were busy with Imperial Japan.
We were with the the King and I's council.
Yeah.
It was all there to sing backup.
So we have the scallion cucumber. We have the trainer who flawlessly cast by Paul Grape to
Paul
be
Grape
trainer
as the
from
trainer
Rocky.
was the saving grace of
as,
this
as
episode.
Mickey from Rocky.
Alexander the Grape,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
I liked
That was awesome. That gave me a solid fist bump.
The
at my
reason he
desk.
didn't wrestle anymore was because of his knee injury.
Yes.
Was my favorite line from this whole episode.
took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
And so he keeps goofing around. They're never going to take him seriously as a contender.
Because the only thing you ever finish is a punchline.
Yeah, you're a
Which-
jokester.
Maybe I didn't like this episode because it hit a little too close to home.
Yeah, this was.
I had to look in the mirror.
What have I finished? What have I seen all the way through?
I was like, oh, Larry. As I say, almost every episode, he's just like me.
Just like
For-
me. Literally me.
For real.
Like, me and Larry, I feel that.
We go way back.
I don't know how to take the bus.
Yeah.
Can't finish anything,
Ran out
but I
of
can tell a
quarters.
joke.
My Chungus life just falling apart. I just can't do anything. It's
But throughout the episode and with the help from his friends, the Italian scallion trains to be better.
he's got to get more Japanese.
I will let you know that I wrote Italian scallion in all caps, and then I wrote, oh, Rufino.
You're my Italian scallion.
My Italian scallion.
Thank you.
Don't thank me.
Ew.
Thank
It's-
Mike
I mean, you're
Garaki.
not a shallot.
Thank the writers of 3-2-1 Penguins.
Hey, you said that you would be an onion if you were a vegetable on this show before, so.
Well, it contained many layers. Nonetheless.
Okay.
There's between then and there, the big gourd, the big scary gourd,
Apollo Gourd.
Apollo gourd,
Gourd, yes.
Yeah.
defeats Mr. Tea Potato in combat. They make a few haiku jokes, where none of them are actually haiku except for the very last one.
Yep.
But they're honest about that. So this was not a haiku. That's not how that works.
Yeah,
Here are the basic rules of a haiku. And then explains the joke even further.
you know, they will call it out, even if it's incorrect.
Yeah.
Haikus are not hard.
Oh, wow.
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 Thank you.
Wow.
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 The liberal arts.
Yeah. I think I appreciate that Ghost of Yotoy didn't include as many haiku games.
I forgot that, yeah, it makes you
But
reflect in the spot.
Ghost of Tsushima, you have to write a lot of haikus.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And at some point, you're like, I'm not trying to write some poems right now.
Stabbed
Too
a
many
guy.
Too many haikus.
I used to write too many haikus.
Not enough to satisfy
Remember when I was
even a
doing
soul
that?
like me.
Remember that bit?
Yeah.
I would post a time lapse footage of my commute, put a little haiku over it. I hated driving to Hoover. That was the worst thing on the planet. I would drive to Hoover every morning
Yeah.
and just channel the violent rage that I felt from driving a single person automobile
Yeah.
down 3 different highways.
When I lived in Hoover and had to commute back and forth to Hoover, I like told my therapist, like, I hate this. I hate this so much.
It's
like,
creating
it is
devil
genuinely
particles.
one of the worst like parts of my day. It ruins my day. It ruins my life as a result because it's just like one day on top of the next on top of the next, and it's just day after day after day.
Remember 30 minutes of car time?
Driving into this just like cement wasteland of strip malls, and it's just horrible, and I hate it. And he looked at me and he was like, "But you're from New Jersey."
Woke up this morning,
Like,
got behind the wheel, Got on a bridge and under a tunnel and then under another bridge.
a toll. Then I paid another toll.
Smoking in the car.
The band that wrote that song is called
Alabama 3?
Alabama 3, so it's all coming back
didn't have to pay
full
tolls.
circle.
That is a nice thing. So, do you remember that nice little batch of scam calls about you not paying your toll? And I was like, buddy,
did pay your toll in Birmingham,
buddy,
Alabama?
we don't pay for anything down here. What are you talking about?
We only pay.
Look, I let the power company beat me around a little bit, but other than that, I
only
don't pay for nothing.
We only pay the predatory towing fees when we get shaken down in Highland
Just
Park.
don't ever park in a lot in Highland Park. Actually, in the entire city.
Don't park in any lots.
Don't park in the city.
Do not park. Get rid of your car. Don't.
Don't worry, Ari Road's here. I'll take care of that for you.
Lose a tire, don't replace it, and just leave it on the street for weeks, if not months.
Give somebody a nice place to...
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Broken window theory the heck out of that car.
Oh, that Prius.
That Prius.
Knock a couple windows loose, get in there. What are we talking about?
Sumo of the Opera. The VeggieTales episode, Sumo of the Opera.
Okay.
He's trying to win to beat Apollo Gord, and he does in the end because of training.
Yes, he persevered through recycling.
He persevered through talking about this
Through
episode.
recycling and the power of jokes.
Yeah.
Of just like, it sucks. Remember that time that you moved furniture and then that elderly woman kissed you? Wasn't that awesome, Larry? Don't you also need to beat up this man in this sport that you just learned today, but you were joking around the entire time? Don't you want to be a man?
Also, if the story is
if
the story is being recounted to Larry over the phone, it's like, do you remember when we shot this?
Do you remember?
Yeah, that part lost me so bad.
Larry, do you remember when we shot this episode?
Remember when you took the 2-week trial at a gym and you were going to get really into sumo? And I was like, whatever, man. I'm just glad you're getting out of the house. I think that gym experience might be good for you. So I went with you to all those sumo things, but then you wanted to flake halfway through. And then I got mad at you because I was like, I already bought the gi. I am already here. I have the little imperial Japanese headband. You need to finish this.
I've already collected
Land of the Rising Glove. I was also, because I was like, the whole time in the background, it was like, when Singing in the Rain, when Gene Kelly's character is down on his luck and he's like, I'm not fit for these talking pictures, and Donald Ocar's character is like, just gotta make him laugh, and then he does the 10-minute bit.
Yeah. Make him laugh.
Make 'em laugh, don't you know everyone wants to laugh. That was playing in my head the entire time I watched this. And I was like, ooh, they could do a lot with that. And you know what they didn't do was take the idea from my head 20 years later and put it into this to make it better. But
done it the way I would have done it.
yeah, if they'd have done it my way, wouldn't
have been
been
derailed
so
every 2
Would have been a
minutes.
better episode.
wouldn't have been so messy, but that's me. Did you know? Here's a fun fact for you.
Oh.
Here's a fun fact, everyone.
Fun?
Gather around. Quotes from the Mikado were used in letters to the police by the Zodiac Killer in 1968 and 1969.
Were quotes from Sumo the Opera used in letters to the police?
Probably.
From-
Probably.
Like
Monkey's
BTK?
in typewriter situation. Reasonably, someone has, in a fit,
In a fit.
quoted VeggieTales.
I do all the time. I was so glad because we had that theory that the name Bad Bunny came from VeggieTales, which was disproven. But I saw one other person online be
Make that exact joke.
that exact same reference. I'm like, it's out there now.
If true.
Yep.
And I will also say, for this episode, the music Fantastic. Great job,
Yeah,
Kurt.
the music was great.
Kurt, you're great as always. We love you.
We even forgot the silly song, which
You were underwhelmed by it.
It was whatever, but I appreciated the accordion because I've now seen Kurt Heineke play the accordion,
Yeah.
and I was like inspired, perfect, beautiful.
And I say it was cleverly written. It wasn't laugh out loud funny, but it was well written.
It was whatever. It was fine. It was well written. It would have been a good TikTok.
It was reasonably catchy, homophones. I need my kneaded biscuits plain.
Yeah, I did say it was just very Midwestern. I was here for it. It's
I
fine.
did zone out a little bit.
This tune silly song with Larry.
I did.
Part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
It may just be again because I'm not the biggest musical fan.
This one's
This
long.
one was long and it was low on the list of banger. Like it was.
I was like,
not-
okay, I get it. All right, we got a new bit now. It's homophones. All right, yeah.
At
Yeah.
least it was continuing to move.
It's like how track 10 on every Avril Lavigne album is just
You gotta
super
persevere.
forgettable, and then you go back and you listen to it and you're like, what song is this?
Right, it's 6 minutes long.
Like I'm not gonna skip it. It's fine. It's whatever. But it's like,
I guess, yeah. I mean, on the topic of perseverance, because Michael, you put my hand on the beacon of owning a record player recently, and I was talking with a younger coworker about if you play a record, you have basically committed to playing that side of the record. It's not like what I certainly don't do every single day of my life, which is ingest 3 different forms of media at the same time. And when I lose kind of interest in one of them, I'll go to the next one. I'm watching a video and I'm trying to watch something on the TV and there's music going or something like that. Whereas, record player, you just play the record and it goes. You have to go out of your way to want to go and stop the music to go through it. So I guess, that's in the air of, the supposed theme of this episode of perseverance. I guess the kind of the repetitiveness of both the song and the dance numbers was maybe by design.
Yeah, you gotta
maybe
finish
the
it.
suffering was by design.
You got to finish the episode. You got to be a finisher of the episode.
also, I don't know where to start. Never mind. Just kidding.
You don't even know how to
So-
start, where to finish.
Okay, in this, is it worth going through the plot? We always go over the plot, but this is so much.
But nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
It was Rocky.
The bike thing.
But he didn't even win.
I liked that he didn't win. I will say that.
That's true to Rocky. Spoilers.
I think the only thing in this episode where I was like, okay, good, is that he doesn't win. He just accomplishes his goal.
He just finishes.
He just finishes, and sometimes it's good enough, and he gets the bike back. I liked that. That was good.
Fix Junior Asparagus' bike. Can't get the bike.
But the
Yeah.
bike plot, they did kind of try and remind us a few times, but it was such it was so forced. I don't know. It was like
Bike's back.
they could have done it. They were.
Well, yeah, because I zoned out after he gave the bell back.
Right.
And I thought it was like, oh, it's a piece of the bike. I couldn't get the full thing. And then the bike shows up next frame.
Right.
I'm like, oh, just kidding. The whole thing's here too.
Hadrian was cute, whatever.
that's good.
There were cute little things, but I was like, they did so much. It was so muddy. I
could
got
tell there's
so lost.
There's a bunch of ideas on a whiteboard, and they're like, how do we incorporate all of them?
Every single one of them. Nothing got cut. It was like a Ginsberg poem.
Felt
It
like-
was just too much.
I felt like Avatar 3.
You're wrong, and
I felt like Avatar 3.
you're not.
It's like, oh, it's oh, the bikes. Okay, yeah. I
Were
forgot.
there bikes in Avatar 3?
There are whales. I forgot about the whales. But then
A whale is a bike.
The whales are important. Also,
they use whales like bikes.
you do not come at storytelling demigod James Cameron.
No, look, Jimmy,
a man who, this is true by the way, was trying to look for tips and advice on writing the script for Avatar 2 because he had a lot of exposition since there was a time jump between the first Avatar and the second Avatar of many, many years. And so he thought, how do I fill in all this backstory and exposition without it being boring for the audience was his difficulty. And he was at the airport and he saw at the kiosk, there was a little magazine for the Writers Guild magazine. And on the cover it said, tips on writing better expository scenes. And he's like, oh, great. Let me pick this up. So he picks it up and he starts reading it and he realizes it's tips for writing better exposition scenes using Terminator 2 as an example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's nobody does it better. You quiet there.
No.
I will posit to you he probably should have quit after Terminator 2.
Don't like True Lies?
Because I liked Avatar too.
You don't like Titanic?
The whole point of me invoking Jimmy Cameron's pictures was purely to say that there was so much going on in this episode that the extra little sprinkling of the other plot devices was like, oh, sure.
I will say
right.
after James Cameron stopped getting divorced every year, his movies went downhill.
Yeah.
Well, James Cameron did famously say that the thing about being attracted to independent women is that they don't need you.
Well.
And she's been proven right.
That roll Tide.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't need James Cameron either.
People have
I do.
Beyond the need for James Cameron.
I need James Cameron. I need at least one more Avatar. I need to see what.
But if
this
the
fourth
whales
one
are
is.
there, I swear to God, if the whales are in the fourth
What did the whales do to you? Did they cut your arm off? I don't think so.
No, but it's
The whales are beautiful.
look, but I watched Whale Wars. I watched a lot of Whale Wars waiting for the Xbox in my youth, okay? I am in on the plight of the whales, but doing
They're human smart.
3 hours of
They're as
Whale
smart
Wars.
They're smart as people. Also, you forget about the jellyfish dirigibles, and
They're in the movie for 10 minutes.
That's what the fourth movie's for. You introduce the whales, and then you build on them in the next one. You introduce the jellyfish dirigibles. Have you seen Avatar 3? Do you know what you're talking
I
about?
haven't
Liz
seen
Brody?
any of the Avatar films, nor do I plan to.
They're better than every Marvel movie.
They had to remove the part.
They're
Is
better
that
than.
saying anything, Michael?
It's saying that they're better than every Marvel movie.
Okay.
The tails are weird. The tails are weird. I'm sorry.
not. I don't have a lot of time for stuff. Okay.
It's like a 3-hour movie.
I will also argue structurally that Avatar 3
Oh God.
is better than Return of the King because it doesn't have 85 endings. It's got one ending. It ends and then it's
Michael,
done.
I didn't know we were about to fight tonight.
None of the Avatar movies end. The last one didn't end. The third one
ended.
didn't. No, it doesn't.
Also, are you trying
The
to
ending
be?
shot is a person
Are you
opening their
actually
eyes.
going to sit at my table on the day of my daughter's wedding and tell me you're an 85 ending kind of hater? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Here's the thing.
Because I know that you know
It's
that
not-
they had to condense
it's
a
not
very
the
complex
fact.
geopolitical
It's not the
conflict
fact that there's 85
within
endings.
like 10
Okay.
minutes of a film.
It's not the fact that there's 85 endings. It's the fact that they keep faking you out. The first time I saw Return of the King,
read the book?
No. When I initially saw
What?
Return of the King, I have since read the book. But when I initially saw Return of the King when I was like 11, I was like, "Oh, so it's over." Oh no, there's a little. Okay, there's a little bit more.
So you're
Okay,
basing
so
the
now
opinion.
it's
You're
over.
telling me right now on your critique of this film when you were 11, when it is a movie for adults by adults.
I will
And
also
your
say-
child mind didn't comprehend. Because you know what I did when I was confused by the ending when I was like 12? I said, I'm going to read this book multiple times until I understand it. I've now read the book 22 times.
two things.
And I will let you know that it is impossible to convey the last third half of the third book of Return of the King within the context of a film without it being like a 5-part miniseries.
Because the book has even more endings.
Yes, because
It has
the
about twice as
ongoing
many
situation of the plight of Middle Earth.
I'm
And
scared.
it goes and goes and goes. And also,
Okay.
we have established that you
Okay.
are smarter than we live.
Okay, the ending of World War II, I would argue, is how we got into Iraq, and there's a lot of stuff in between.
Like
What?
Japan.
Japan. I will accept Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No.
I will accept Avatar: The Ralph Bakshi Joint. These are the only 2 Avatars I've accepted into my life.
They had to change the name of. They had to add The Last Airbender onto Avatar because James Cameron has been trying to get this movie made since the early 70s. And it was about to come out, and so they're like, All right, James Cameron's already
When did
working
the
on
first
Avatar.
one come out? When did Avatar: The Last Airbender come out?
Avatar came out in 2009, and Last Airbender, I want to say was like 07,
05.
05. Cameron was shooting it in like early 2000s. I think he did the pitch short that he did was in 05 to the studio.
Have you ever gone back and just watched the first one though?
Avatar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did the Bakshi estate feel about it?
They were like, "You got any money?" Scratching themselves. It's probably there's visible stink lines coming off of them.
Well, yeah.
You got any
Dirty,
cash?
dirty boys.
He makes some stanky art.
That boy's stanky.
Yeah.
He made a stanky Lord of the Rings.
He did. He was like, no one's wearing pants.
No one's wearing pants.
Well, I love he got like some of the best voice acting talent available in the 1970s, and then I guess community theater actors to do all the rotoscoping.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, we're gonna get Frank Franzetta to illustrate, I don't know, anything other than boobs so big it's impossible, and then Ralph Bakshi is just like, yeah.
But I like the boobs that are so big it's impossible.
Can you take his pants?
Can you take his pants?
Can you take his pants off? Excuse me. What if
We don't.
his feet? I would like to see them.
Imagine if
Make
like
his toes weird. Make them weirder.
okay, so Sumo of the Opera.
Yeah.
We're kind of negative on, but not the worst.
Yeah.
Negative on, but
I would rather watch Lyle the Kindly Viking.
this is your worst day VeggieTailing is better than your best day Larry Boying,
Yeah.
or perhaps Penguinsing.
This was easier to get through than a lot of the Larry boys, but it was like, they were related.
Yeah, just too much. Cut it down.
It was so much.
Cordy has a verse for us.
Cordy does have a verse for us.
And so what we have learned applies to our lives today. God has a lot to say in his book.
And like I was so annoyed at this point. The broken computer bit wasn't as charming as it could have been.
Yeah.
You see, we know that God's word is for everyone. And now that our song is done, we'll take a look.
Hebrews 10:36. You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. Hebrews, that's your people.
That is my people. I like when we take verses from my stuff. That's my favorite.
It's in the greater Old Testament tradition of like, I need you to lock in.
Yeah.
You live in the desert. I need you to be so for real right now.
And Hashem said, lock in.
And Hashem said, "I need you to lock in."
That's what he did say to Moshe several times when he was like, what do I do now? What do I do now? And
We're here.
He was like, I need to lead these people. Give me guidance. And Hashem said, lock in.
Get for real.
You need
But-
to figure it out, buddy.
But that was like Val Kilmer voiced.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I can't do the Val Kilmer God voice.
Figure it out.
I'm not Val Kilmer. I can try.
Might be Val Kilmer.
I can be Val Kilmer. Hi everyone. I'm Val Kilmer.
Incredible.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
I was Batman once, but now I'm Goose from Top Gun again, and now I sound like I'm selling.
He was Iceman.
Oh, that was right. Goose got shut down.
No, he didn't get shot down. He bonked his head on the canopy.
He did. Should have been wearing a helmet.
Well, he was wearing a helmet, but he bonked it too hard and then he drowned.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Top Gun facts.
Oh, Goose. So Sumo of the Opera, we're ambivalent
Speaking of the
to negative
Pacific.
on. Yeah. Ambivalent to negative on.
Did you know there was a duck that received a Medal of Honor for fighting in the Battle of Tarawa?
Oh yeah,
He
actually, I heard
fought
about that.
a Japanese rooster.
Yeah.
And that duck kept on keeping on.
He did.
He was a finisher.
persevered, and
Yeah.
then they fed it cigarettes, and then they found out it was a girl duck.
Yeah, they did that. That was like the Marines did that with about at least 5 different animals.
They
in
liked
the
their
Pacific.
animals. They liked their critters. I
Yeah.
mean, they did it in the European front too, but that's
Things were bleaker over, if you watch Band of Brothers, you watch The Pacific. Band of Brothers is like, remember that time that we were all just,
So
we
I
were just a
watched-
couple guys, and that was all pretty
I feel
scary.
like I talk about this on the show every week now. I watched The Pacific and then Band of Brothers. And when I got to Band of Brothers, I was like, first
What
of
is
all, this is just the soundtrack from The Prince of Egypt. You can't fool me. Second of all, mid. I don't know.
Well, it's
So mid.
It's the Dick
Like-
Winters. Remember when we shot all those Germans, and it was like pretty epic.
Every time, first of all, I'm not trying to body shame, but every time we talked, I was like, how do you make noises out of that mouth, sir? Second of all.
Damian Lewis's mouth.
Second of all.
Okay. Please. Please. We're in,
What, Michael?
That's the real horror of war, is just watching Damian Lewis speak. I'm sorry, Damian Lewis, if you ever happen to watch
He
this.
looks like a nice man. I just have questions about the physics.
Loved you in life. That was a great broadcast program.
Aaron, thank you for being a guest.
Thank
on our
you.
podcast.
I had a blast. This is great.
We could keep the discussion going, but we have to end the show.
Okay.
Liz,
Uh-huh.
Duke of the Pie War next week, maybe.
Yay! Same writers. Not as excited anymore.
VeggieTales fans seem to like this one.
Okay.
It's request among our fandom guests.
Okay, I have reached the point of the VeggieTales journey where I was officially aged out.
Yeah. Oh, I'm aged.
So every one of these from here on out will be brand new to me.
I think I remember Minnesota Cuke.
I do not remember Minnesota Cuke.
I would come and go with the veggies.
Yeah,
after this.
everything from this point forward is brand new territory.
Uncharted, if you will.
Yeah.
Boldly go where no gourd has gone before. Aaron, thank you for being on.
Absolutely.
Plug your Substack.
My Substack is Am Ragsdale at I don't know what the rest of the Substack link is. I talk about just nonsense, but also sometimes local zoning and policy issues, sometimes some local history. Sometimes it's my bad haikus about things. But yeah, that's really about it. And then you can just find me about town. Don't approach me.
Do not engage.
Don't at me on Facebook.
Nope.
Don't do that.
Liz?
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for listening.
I hope that my mild criticism of Return of the King has not done permanent damage to our friendship.
It might have.
But we forgive each other.
It's okay. You know I hate risotto.
Y'all persevered.
Yeah, we persevere
Yeah.
and we forgive each other 70 times 7. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
490.
I've been Michael Rufino.
I've been Liz Brody.
And remember,
God made you special, and he loves you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.